I kind of ordered a new brand that I wanted to try. I didn't get these for free. I ordered these. I've been seeing them all over everyone's channels, and I just really wanted to give them a try for myself. So let's pop these open and let's check them out. These drivers are made in Japan, and you've probably seen this brand popping up around. These are called Vessel. Hopefully I'm pronouncing everything correctly. We'll find out. It's a whole new challenge here. And they have no problem with having Japanese all over some of their packaging. So it can be a bit of a challenge to really get everything correct. But I spent a little time, and I think I got some things that I can use. We're going to find out. So I wanted to get just kind of an all-around driver to get going with. And this is it says magnetic, has a magnet on it. And this little Vessel set here that I just showed you, this is number 220W-3. I did buy these all on Amazon, so I can go ahead and link if you guys see something you're kind of curious about. I'll try to have links down below for you on these. But pretty easy to open packaging on these. Pop it right back. Very lightweight handles. That's kind of just a little bit. This is kind of just an impressions video because I've not used these yet at all. I just got them. Vessel 220W, made in Japan. That's going to be the handle for that. The nice ball handle. And then here on the top, you can see they have their stuff. Procon. P-R-O-K-O-N. And these should, yeah, there you go. They just go right in there just like that, and you have a driver. And they're marked, you know, that's Posi 2 there on the front, Posi 3 on the back end. So you can carry Posi 2 and 3 in one bit. Then with Phillips, the real reason for me trying this particular driver was this bit right here. It has a number 2 Phillips on one end and a nice size flat on the other, which it's a 6. It's a number 6 flat. So you can just flip it and have those two. I don't use Posi as much unless I'm on my hotel work, but then it also has a number 1 and a number 3 Phillips together. So you have your more unique size Phillips that you don't use as often in a separate bit. So these are actually magnetic, and I think I had discovered that they'll kind of stick together, actually, the 3 bits. So might be kind of nice just stuck in a pouch in your bag, kind of like some of the Vera gear. But seems like a decent little driver. I'm not sure how that handle will be to get used to in your hand. Doesn't feel too bad there, but it gives you kind of, I don't know, almost you could turn it this way more easily. So neat little driver there. Looking forward to trying that one out. Gives me a few options to play with on that. Then the next little thing was this Vessel ball grip bit carrying holder right here. And if this works out like I think it will, I wouldn't mind having a few of these. I'm going to see if I can't just pop this open with my little Gerber here. Yeah, well, maybe. There we go. Pop that open there with my little Gerber. Kind of like that little Gerber for packages and stuff. But kind of a neat little Gerber knife. But anyway, this is the ball grip carrying holder. Says one hand bit release. It'll carry your things, you know, like if you wanted to clip this on your bag, you could clip this right on your bag and have it hanging here, and then potentially just put your bits, lift that, lock your bits in. But apparently, this is a unique design. So that means we would have to be using a standard style bit. We'll grab one of these. We'll just reach right down in the top of here and grab a Vera. How about that? We'll just grab a little Vera square drive here. Let's see if this works out. We can pop this in, and it's locked, just like that. So go ahead and show you guys that up close, but that would allow you to have these hanging, you know, on your bag. See there? You have your bit right there in the ball grip holder. And then you can just pull this back and take the bit out. So I guess one-handed you could just drop it out if you wanted to, but it just snaps straight in. You don't have to do any fiddling. You have to pull this collar, the red collar, and everything back in order to actually release this. But you can press it in just with one hand, and you have it. And that red collar actually locks up and turns this into almost like one of their little ball grip drivers. See the little finger impressions there on the sides? You can use this as a little driver. So if you have little shorter bits and stuff, oh, probably a little more like what I keep on my, well, we can even do it with a little Malco bit. How about that? You can just stick your bit in there, and just like that, I have a little stubby driver. That's 1/4 and 5/16 Malco on there. So you'd have just a little bitty driver to get in and just spin something loose. Kind of unique, but they're a little pricey on these little deals. These are $10 a piece, what I paid for them. So if you wanted a whole bunch of them hanging there with all your different bits, you know, snapped in and ready to go, kind of like you see some of the cheaper versions on Amazon. I've got a whole set of those on another bag, but I've wanted to run them for quite a while and make sure I don't have issues with things falling out before I show them to you guys. But this one seems to lock up really, really nice for what it is, but $10 to hang one bit, you know. It may be worth it to you if you want a couple of certain ones on the end of your bag. But then, you know me, I love to get an actual set of drivers, so I grabbed a 4-pack of the Vessel ball grips. Go ahead and pop these open and see what we have. I wanted some with some color, so I'd notice them in my bag, you know. And of course, Phillips and flat all the way. That's what we use the most of. There's a number 2 4-inch right there. And get it where you can actually read the information on it there if you want to. But kind of a neat driver. It's a 220 Phillips number 2 by 4 inches. So nice little handle on it. Compared to that other one, I guess it's almost pretty well the exact same handle. But with this one being black and having the silver cap on it, I can tell that I have my multi-driver there. But the Phillips are both blue. You have a Phillips number 1 3-inch and a Phillips number 2 4-inch. And boy, do they label the top where you cannot miss what you're grabbing. That's the biggest labels I've ever seen on drivers, I believe. Same with the flats. Check that out. Big old labels on the top. And that's a 220 1/4 by 4 inch and 3/16 by 3 inch. So that's the sizes of the 2 flat heads that you would get there in that little set. And I don't think these were too bad as far as price-wise, but just such unique handles that I really have to give these a try, I think. So we're going to do that, let you guys know what we think of them, but thought you might want to see them as soon as we open them. Just so unique. They really are. Let's get them up here next to a Vera handle, and you can kind of see. Look at the difference there. I'll give you a little bit of an idea of what size they are and all that, you know. But anyway, that's just a little Vera insulated driver, but they're normal handle. So I don't know. It's hard to beat a Vera handle, but there might be some occasions where these are kind of neat too. They definitely will get somebody to ask you a question or two in your bag, that's for sure. That's a really, really unique style. But I could see some good grip, though. They're rubberized around these 2 red bands, so you can get your finger kind of on that front band and turn it. But you'll be able to get some serious torque on one that size. But we'll see how they do. Thank y'all for checking them out with me. We'll see you guys next week.